Our next episode is from Jay Berkowitz. We look at him in his office discussing pay-per-click advertising and landing pages. If you want to see the full-length episode, go ahead and check it out at marketingoptimization.tv.
You know, started way back in marketing, working for Coca-Cola and McDonald's, and got into internet marketing with Sprint in the very early days of the internet, getting people online, getting our clients email. And then I had the fortune of working with you at ediets.com. And that's where we did some massive optimization testing, because we had amazing traffic, like 200,000 people a day. And we could A/B test, split tests of 50,000 people going to see one page and 50,000 seeing another page. And we really did mega testing and learned a lot about optimization in those years.
Yeah, absolutely. It was really a great time for the internet, and it was the dot-com boom, and we were learning so much because you can basically put almost anything up and we would find out how everything would work right away.
And this was the early 2000s, so it's a long time ago now. And a couple years into my eDiets experience, I was asked to speak at the Direct Marketing Association, and I wrote a presentation called The 10 Golden Rules of Online Marketing. And at the end of that presentation, 5 or 6 people came up to me and asked me if they could hire me as a consultant. And I started this company, 10 Golden Rules, about 10 years ago, actually.
Oh, wow. Yeah. And so now you're an agency and you're working with different clients doing optimization, pay-per-click. What type of other services?
Well, I like to say we do the 4 S's.
Okay.
So the first S is strategy. We help people figure out, should they be doing affiliate marketing or should they be doing pay-per-click, SEO, whatever. And so strategically, we help them, get pointed in the right direction and prioritize the projects. The second S is search marketing, of course, both SEO on the natural search side and pay-per-click management. Mm-hmm. And then social media is very important today. Mm-hmm. Facebook is number one, and YouTube and Twitter and Google Plus all play into our client projects.
And you basically are optimizing all those different levels of marketing in general. And do you have a certain type of framework that you go through to get your clients the best results from each of those different avenues?
Actually, let me just finish the 4 S's, because people are going to be counting strategy, search, social, and speaking. I speak at a lot of conferences, so that's my 4 S's. But to answer your question, testing and optimization, like the 10 golden rules. Golden rule number 1 is there are no rules, but really that rule is all about testing and optimization. Because in traditional advertising, we had rules because we didn't have the ability to test very quickly. So basically you did focus groups and you did TV commercials and you used the best strategy off your research, and then you just threw the TV on air and hoped for the best, because you couldn't really do the rapid testing. But the beauty of the internet and why it's so different is we can test very, very quickly, and we can iterate and redesign and retest or test new offers very, very quickly and get statistically significant results. So really golden rule number 1 is that there are no rules, meaning in internet advertising, we don't follow the rules, we follow the rule of the consumer. Sure. And optimization testing tells us what to do.
Yeah, I mean, so much has changed so much, and with social media and influence, how can people really figure out the right way to do, optimization for their sites? Because, a lot of times people come to me and they're like, just copy my competitors or do exactly what they're doing. And that's not necessarily the right way to approach it. How do you guys approach that?
Well, I would agree and I would disagree. Mm-hmm. You've got to start with something. Mm-hmm. So the place to start is actually not a bad place to start. Is if 2 or 3 competitors they're doing a good job. I actually learned a lesson from a guy we used to work with, and he used to print out a bunch of websites and put them up on the wall. I actually think that's a pretty good way of visualizing, even with all the digital ability today. You print, just copy the pages and print them out on the wall, and you'll start to see commonalities throughout the industry. Or, a really good thing to do is not copy your own industry. Go and look at, what's Amazon doing today or what's Apple doing. Print those out and say, okay, here's a common theme that I'm seeing across a number of the top websites, either in my industry or in, irrelevant industries, and then design something as a starting place. Take your best crack at what you think your consumer would want. And then maybe from some of the things you see your competitors doing or some of the things you see in the industry, design a competing page to compete with yourself. And then that would be your A/B test, your classic A/B test, where A is your best performer or your best initiative, and then B would be something you think might beat it somehow. And beat it, by beat it, we always mean, more sales if it's in e-commerce, or more leads if it's in business to business, or more downloads if you have a free white paper or a brochure or some kind of information that's that first level of engagement.